Hey, Mark Barnes here, publisher from the Hack Learning series. And at Hack Learning, we love technology and we love to hack problems in education using as much technology as we can. If you're someone sharing content, you may be using Buffer. And let me just go with this disclaimer right away and say that I do not work for Buffer, but I love this tool. And I want to show you an amazing feature that Buffer recently integrated. They're always getting better. So here, first of all, we have feeds. This is great. So you can add your blog feeds that you like to read, and you can share that content. So if I come down here, I'm just reading various things. These are blogs that I like to read. So I come down here and I see this post from TeachThought on the SAMR model. Great technology tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click add, and I want to add this to my buffer, which means I'm going to share out the content. Now in the past you didn't have this picture option, so what you had to do is you had to go to the blog, you had to grab a picture, or you had to use a picture of your own, and then you had to upload it into Buffer, and it was a lot of steps and it takes a lot of time, and we want to share content quickly. So what's great now is that Buffer has pulled in images from the blog, and this is the blog's URL. It's just being shortened with Buffer, but it's pulled in these images. So what I can do is I can click this image, and now that image is automatically, and I can share more. It says share up to 4 images in this post. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to go ahead and add EdTech hashtag, and I could make SAMR a hashtag. It's probably a Twitter hashtag. I can do that as well. And then I'm going to add this to my queue. And actually what I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to go ahead and share it. So I'm going to share now. If I added it into my queue, then it would be shared out on Twitter based on how I've scheduled it in Buffer. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share that out, and then I will show you that share and just how amazing this is. So I'm going to go to Twitter, and then let's see if this populated yet, and look at that. And that is truly amazing. I just did that from Buffer, and again, the great thing about this is I could add that to a schedule, and these would just be tweeted out automatically depending on how I have my Buffer set up. And you don't have to do this through feeds in Buffer. Let's say that I have a blog post. This is Brilliant or Insane. It's a blog I write. A little self-promotion there. So here I've got this post, 50 presents for teachers. Great holiday post. And I want to do the same thing. I could share it from Buffer right within the post. But up here I've got my Buffer, my little Buffer gadget up here, my Buffer button. And I'm going to click on that. And so that's going to automatically grab this URL again, and look at this. Here's my picture. I click on that. In the past, I would have had to have grabbed that picture from a file and uploaded it, and that takes time. I don't want to spend that time. So I'm just going to go ahead now, and I'm ready. There it is. I could add a hashtag. I can do anything I want. I can click Add to Queue, and now that's going to be ready to go out on my Buffer schedule. One more tweet in my Buffer. So when I come into my back to Buffer and I go into my queue, so that's the post that I have ready to share later, and when I come down, that's actually scheduled for tomorrow. 50 presents for teachers, and there's that picture that I wanted in my post, and I didn't have to take the time to upload it because Buffer has done that for us. So again, I don't work for Buffer. They're not paying me to do this. I just love this tool. If you're sharing content, you got to be thinking about Buffer as an amazing way to schedule out posts and to share content automatically.